Coming up at 11, a woman from Breathitt County started a project designed to help local animals. So we'll show you how it works.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News Weekend Edition.
Good evening, I'm Katie Cook. Thousands of Second Amendment advocates as well as militia members and neo-Nazis are at the Virginia State Capitol for a gun rights rally tonight. Police are locking down the site of tomorrow's demonstration and firearms have been banned as local officials say there is credible intelligence of possible violence. Jeff Pegways reports from Richmond.
Even before the rally officially gets underway, security here is tight. Gun rights supporters Michelle Wharton and Tom Boyle traveled to Virginia from New York because they are concerned about legislative efforts to roll back gun ownership across the country.
We're here for the guns so that we have the right to bear our arms and to be able to give our guns to our children.
All the supporters for gun rights, we're not here for violence at all. We never have been. It's all for supporting your rights.
Law enforcement in Virginia has been preparing for potential violence. State officials say there have been several credible threats made to the event, including the use of weaponized drones. In response, the FAA restricted airspace over the event, and the FBI said that it is working with local and state law enforcement in relation to threats of violence at the rally. This week, 7 members of the white supremacist group The Base were arrested in Wisconsin, Georgia, Maryland, and Delaware. Investigators believe 3 of the men were heading to the rally in Virginia. State officials say they want to avoid another Charlottesville. In 2017, the Unite the Right rally ended in the death of counter-protester Heather Heyer. Michelle Wharton hopes the rally here will be peaceful, but she is worried the gun rights message will be hijacked.
Our fears are, that the skinheads and that neo-Nazi groups or white supremacists are going to come in here and wreck it for us.
The Capitol building really looks like a fortress today. You see all of this metal fencing. It's been brought in and now surrounds the Capitol grounds. It's for crowd control. They are expecting thousands of people here tomorrow. And of course, police will be looking in those crowds to see if they can spot people who are trying to spark violence. Jeff Pegways, CBS News, Richmond, Virginia.
And in Kentucky, lawmakers are trying to raise wages for Kentucky workers. Governor Andy Beshear addressed what he calls a need for higher wages during his State of the Commonwealth. Louisa Representative Kathy Hinkle is leading Democratic lawmakers in Frankfort by sponsoring a bill that would raise the minimum wage to $15 an hour by 2027, with incremental increases until then.
Prices are rising anyways. Without minimum wage going up, the prices are already raising anyway, so why not put a little bit more money in people's back pocket?
The minimum wage bill has been introduced to the Kentucky House of Representatives and is now in the House Economic Development and Workforce Investment Committee.
Well, we're seeing some pretty good conditions as we head into the overnight hours, just a little bit on the chilly side. But if you look over at downtown Whitesburg, you can see those nice conditions there, very calm, just a few clouds in the sky, but temperatures getting very, very chilly here. A lot of us in those lower 20s, some of us even getting into those teens already, so cooling down a little bit quicker than we are, and just getting colder and colder pretty much throughout the night. We're going to be getting into those mid-teens for most of us by the time we get into those really early morning hours, so it's going to be very chilly waking up, so you might want to crank up that heat going into the next couple of days because it's going to stay a little bit on the chillier side. But by the time we get into Wednesday, we should start to warm up just a little bit, getting back to average, close to average on Wednesday, and then we warm up even more as we go into our Thursday. But I'll let you know a little bit more about these colder temperatures that we're going to be seeing over the next couple days and that warm up that we should be expecting by the end of the week later in the newscast. Katie?
Thank you, Brooke. Well, new tonight, officials with Kentucky State Police Post 11 have issued a golden alert. 18-year-old Erica Ritchie was reported missing this morning from London. She was last seen at her house. Ritchie is described as a white female, 5 foot 6 inches tall, roughly 200 pounds, with brown shoulder-length hair. Anyone with information on her whereabouts is asked to contact Kentucky State Police. And staying in Laurel County, the sheriff's office is reporting that deputies and city police located a stolen vehicle. Deputies pulled over 27-year-old Robert Smith of London. Smith was driving a black Toyota Camry when a deputy pulled him over for multiple violations. Deputies found the car he was driving was reported stolen out of Corbin. A firearm in the front seat was also found to be stolen. Smith was taken to the Laurel County Correctional Center. And earlier this weekend, we told you about 2 people who were arrested on criminal abuse charges. Those charges stem from a welfare check at a home in Laurel County where law enforcement soon found unlivable conditions and a 2-year-old child playing in dog feces. The child was removed and taken by social services. Deputies say these kinds of situations are happening too often.
We've had several cases here most recently, and it's always the same set of circumstances. A child's not being taken care of properly.
The child's father, Joey Reidner, and Aunt Tammy Hammonds are still waiting on their first appearance in court. And 2 are dead after a fatal crash in Mercer County. A baby in the car survived the impact and was rushed to the hospital. There is no word yet on the baby's condition. It happened on Mackville Road near Rose Hill Lane around 11 p.m. last night. Officials say an SUV veered off the road and hit a tree. Police blocked part of the road following the crash, but one lane opened around 1:30 a.m. The scene has since been cleared. And tomorrow, the accomplishments, wisdom, and sacrifices of Martin Luther King Jr. will be remembered all across the country. In Lexington, organizers are already preparing for the large annual celebration of his life. Hundreds are expected to gather downtown in honor of the civil rights leader, something one organizer is proud of.
They recognize the importance of this event, and there's been great support throughout the community. So yes, we're very proud of Lexington.
Lexington's Freedom March will begin at 10 a.m. tomorrow. Well, a new wooden doghouse outside of Tiki's Treasures in Jackson, Kentucky is helping out local animals. WYMT's Madison Pergram explains what the doghouse is for.
It's sort of an answer to a problem we didn't know we had.
A creative solution to a serious problem.
Kentucky is rated one of the worst in the nation for animal abuse, starvation, abandonment, that sort of thing. So a bunch of our friends kind of got together. We saw a need and a way that we could help out. We built this box here.
Travis Combs built the Pet Food Blessing Box as a way to help out our furry friends.
Anybody at any time can come by. The box is always open. You just drop off any food you can for dogs, cats, any kind of pet product really, pee pads, snacks, anything like that.
But it is not only to collect items.
And then anybody's free to come and take what they need and then just leave what they can.
And for Combs, it's a topic that hits close to home.
Because we've taken in pets ourselves. Most of our dogs are rescue dogs. That people have sat out, we've taken them in and got attached.
So the Blessing Box is there to help those animals that have not been as lucky.
Take what you need, leave what you can, just a way to help out.
Whether it's cats or dogs, it is all an effort to help out our furry friends. In Breathitt County, Madison Pergram, WYMT Mountain News.
Combs says they are interested in making more pet food blessing boxes. If you are interested in one, you can contact him through the Kentucky Craftworks Facebook page. And a near-death dog that was found last week by a dumpster in West Virginia is making major progress. Thursday, the animal shelter posted an update saying she was able to sit without support but still having trouble standing on her own. But by Saturday, she was standing on her own and showing other signs of progress. The shelter says there are a few treatments and injuries they are addressing, but say it is clear that Shelby is feeling better and getting stronger each day. And health officials in West Virginia are hoping a new initiative will help residents quickly inform first responders about their medical conditions. The Jackson County Health Department is offering free seatbelt covers. The covers will display personal and medical information that first responders can use during a car crash or other emergency situations. Known as Medical Seat Belt Safety Days, the county will provide the free covers on March 26th and 27th. And some baby strollers sold at Target and Amazon are now being recalled. The company Baby Trend is pulling 4 models of its Tango Mini strollers line. Officials with the Consumer Product Safety Commission say the strollers' hinge joints can release and collapse under pressure, which poses a falling hazard to children. Model numbers are printed in black on a white sticker located on one of the stroller's legs. To find out if your stroller needs replaced, you can go to cpsc.gov. Well, Kanye West was in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee today for part of his Sunday Service tour. West's Sunday Service concert started in early 2019 with him performing gospel renditions of his songs accompanied by a choir. Today, he performed at the Strength to Stand Youth Bible Conference. In October, West released a gospel-inspired album, Jesus is King. And coming up at 11, we had a warm spell for a bit this winter. We'll tell you what this means for flowers. And SpaceX carried out a successful mission today. We'll tell you all about it.
And if you're not a lover of this cold, well, it's okay. I'll tell you more about when we should be warming up next.